What is up, everyone? It's Ricky572 Return Chance. Today's January 4th, 2024. And we're gonna hop on. Did I mess up last time on our market watch that we did? I'm not. I gotta go look at that again because I think I said 2023, but it's 2024. So today's January 2024, and we're gonna hop on and do a quick market watch. So the new year just started, and we haven't had any events, but we do have a couple regionals coming up. I believe this weekend. So we're gonna see what the I guess the top decks of those regionals will be. Until then, I think a lot of the cards, I guess it's just speculation right now, that's moving the market. But once we find out what those top decks that top those regionals are, then we'll get a better understanding of the format. But on today's market watch, we're gonna be starting off with Dark Corridor because Dark World is getting a new fusion monster, Maze of Millennia. I kind of forgot about that. And so people are picking up their Dark World cards. Dark Corridor was sitting around like 11-ish dollars at the beginning of the month, 12-ish dollars, and it looks like right now it's heading up. We have copies at $16, 16.50, 16.50, 17.59, 17.75, 17.99, and 18.44. So almost heading up to the $20 price point. We're at 37 listings currently. Dark World is one of those decks that if you let them go off, they're just basically gonna hand loop you, so you're gonna have no hand, and they're gonna end on like a Apollosa and something else. So it's a pretty hard deck to go against if you don't have something to stop them with. But yeah, Dark Corridor is a 3 of in a deck. I feel like this card might hit like the $25 price point once the new fusion monster comes out, because we do have a couple Dark World players, a couple dedicated Dark World players that might try to do something with this deck. You might see it around this regionals, this upcoming weekend at the regionals or something if you are going into regionals. But yeah, Dark Corridor going up in price. Let me know how you guys feel about Dark Corridor down below. Do you think it's a card that could continue to go up in price, or is it one of those cards that's just hyped up at the moment and might come down later? We'll see. Dark World stuff always gets like, ever since like Dark World got their new support, they've been like, getting bought out every couple months, and it comes down, but then it goes back up. So we'll see what happens this time when the new fusion monster arrives. We have Incredible Ecclesia next. So over the past couple months, we've seen like Swartso cards kind of going up in price, like Moyi, Swartso, Emergence, and stuff like that. Some people kind of forgot about Incredible Ecclesia. I think it's a 3 of in the build, if I'm not mistaken. It's one of those cards you want to see. So I want to take a look at it. It looks like the one from Burst of Destiny. This is the original copy. It's at 48 listings. And we have it at it does look like it's going up. It was sitting around like $3-ish, but it looks like it is going up. We have it at 594, 595, 549, 649, 650, 669, and 693. That's basically hitting 716 with shipping on the first page. So they are starting to go up. Let's take a look at the reprints now. We have the 2022 10 reprints, the Prismatic Secrets. These are at 60 listings. And it looks like these did start to go up over the past, I guess, month. They were sitting around like $1. And right now we have them at 60 listings. We have them at 389, 390, 390, 393, 394, and 395 on the first page. I actually sold these like last week for like $5 a piece. So I guess they were a little bit higher about a week ago. But then they did start to come down to the $4 price point, but it's still up from the dollar price point, $2 price point that it was at. And now we have the ultra rare. These are from Magnificent Mavens. We have 46 listings for this card. It looks like these did start to go up too over the past month. They did start to dip down, but they did go up. 46 listings on the market, and we have these at 176, 147, 197, heading up to 299, so $3, 299, $2, $2, and 209 on the first page. So yeah, just something to keep in mind and be on the lookout for, because these could probably go up a little bit higher, since Swartso is one of those decks that is popular and it is pretty consistent. It's pretty easy to pilot, and maybe people might be picking that deck up. So keep your eye out for Incredible Ecclesia. Sunlight Wolf. So usually I don't recommend picking up like higher rarity cards, because a lot of them tend to go down in value later on. But Sunlight Wolf was one of those cards that was sitting around like I think on release it was like 30-ish dollars, 40-ish dollars, $40. Yeah, on release it was like 40-ish dollars, and it keeps going up in price, because I think Fire Kings use this in the strategy with the new support that's coming out. And it looks like right now we have 12 listings for the Ghost Rare Sunlight Wolf. We have it at $72, $71, $72.99, $73.98, $77, heading up to the $90 price point on the first page, and then $98, so almost hitting $100. But yeah, if you were one of those people that did buy when they were around like $40-ish, $50-ish, right now you're winning because they're at like almost hitting $90 basically. And we have a couple copies under $80, but then they go up to $90. But yeah, you do have other copies available for Sunlight Wolf. We have ultra rares from Battles of Legend. These look like they're at 30 listings. Super rares from Tournament Pack 10, 30 listings. Then we have rares available. These look like they're under $1. And we have commons available too from my budget players. But let's take a look at the ultra rares. These look like they did start to go up too. They were sitting under $1, and right now we have them at 187, 186, 199, 199, $2, 225, and 229. So a $2 ultra, not too bad. You might want to go look through bulk and see if you guys could find some of these to use as trade bait if you go to like locals or regionals or something like that. Super rares, they were sitting around like under $1 too, and it looks like these are going up to $2 as well. 155, 157, 157, 199, $2, 225. So yeah, go look through your bulk. You could probably find some of these in there since they were worth $1 ones. But yeah, the Ghost Rail is the one that's like way up in price right now. Relinquished Anima. So we did talk about this card a couple market watches back. It was sitting around like $3-ish, $4-ish, but it looks like it's finally going up even higher in price, and I think that's because Fire Kings do use this. We have the Secret Rare reprint for Battles of Legend. This one was sitting around, like I said, three-ish dollars. It unreleased, it was sitting around like $1 or two. But then a couple weeks back, it did start to go up. 49 listings on the market now, and we have it at 450. Once this is gone, we hit 589. 495, 495, 595, 597, and 598. So basically a $6 card now for the Brothers of Legend Relinquished Anima. I actually sold these I think a couple weeks back for around like $4-ish. I picked them up around $1, but I sold them for $4-ish. But I only had like 6 copies of these, but I just decided to get rid of them. I doubled basically my investment. So once I double my investment, usually that's when I get rid of my card. Relinquished Anima for Ultra Rare from Dual Overlord. This is the original copy. They were around like $3-ish. And right now we have them at 21 listings. Looks like we have listings starting at 588, 490, 504, 550, 575, $6, $7, and $7 on the first page. So these are slowly coming up to the $7 price point. I think I would just get the Secret Rare since it's technically the higher rarity instead of the Ultra Rare, but the Ultra Rare is the original copy, so let me know down below which one of these you guys are picking up if you guys are picking these up. We have Salamander Grade of Fire next from Legendary Duelist Soul Burning Volcano. So this one isn't actually going up. It's been coming down and kind of surprised me because this card was reaching a $20 price point back in like the middle of November, end of November. And we have it now at 111 listings. We have it at 660, 759, 760, 699, 798, 834, 860, and 781. So yeah, this card is down in price right now. If you are planning to play Salamangreat and we're waiting for this card to go down in price, I think now is a good time to pick these up since they were at like $20, almost $20 at one point. So picking them up at $6-ish, $7-ish isn't too bad enough idea. Unchained Soul Lord of Yama is one I missed a mark on, so I picked these up around like $7 to $8 when they first released, and I thought it was gonna, well, it was a good card, and it reached like a $20-$30 price point. No, like $20-$25 price point. I didn't sell them because I thought they were gonna go up even higher. But Unchained did take a hit on the ban list, which no one was expecting. I thought they were a pretty fair deck, so it kind of surprised me that they got hit. But yeah, they got hit, and now people are kind of selling off their Unchained stuff because they feel like it might be one of those decks that can't perform anymore. Again, we'll see this weekend if they do perform. But I know there's a new card coming out in like Phantom Nightmare, or is it Maze of Millennium, that players have been talking about. It's a Fiend monster, and I think that's gonna help Unchained a little bit. So we'll see what happens then. But Unchained Soul Lord Yama did go down in price. We have 151 listings for it. We have listings at 625, 630, 634, 635, 636, and 636. So if you guys were planning to play Unchained and didn't pick up these cards because they were pretty expensive, right now would be a good time because they're kind of at a low price point. Even Abomination's Prison is at a low price point right now. So, well, not the lowest it's been, but it's lower than what it was. It's like $10. It was at $20. But Unchained Solar Yama, let me know down below how you guys feel about it. Do you guys think it might be a good pickup, or should we stay away from Unchained at the moment? Link Karibo continues to go up in price. So we know that Fire Kings use this, and it looks like the Ultra from Dual Powers at 28 listings. Looks like it's around $5-ish. The rare from Maximum Gold is around $6-ish. I would just pick up the Ultra at that point. It's a higher rarity. 29 listings. We have the common at 35 listings. This is from starter deck Code Breaker. It's at $8 really for a common. Just pick up the Ultra rare instead. Yeah, it's at $7.98, $7.98, $7, $8.50, and $8.95. That's crazy that Link Karibo has gone up in like that much in price for a common. We have the Advent Calendar one from Advent Calendar 2019 version, ultra rare at 18 listings. This one's at $17.95. I thought this $10. It's $17.95, $16.99, $18, $18, and $18 for this version of Link Karibo. And we do have sales at $18, $17.94, $15, $17.99, $20. Someone got lucky and bought one for $10, and then someone got lucky again with $6.50, $20. So they are selling around that price point. And we have the Shonen Jump magazine version of Karibo. This one's at 22 listing. Let's see what this is at. It looks like this is at $11.75, $11.74, $12.95, $12.99, $12.75, heading up to a $15 price point. So I actually wouldn't mind going after this one since it's like a Shonen Jump promo. It might keep hold its value more than a lot of the other ones, and it's only at $10 compared to the Advent Calendar one, which is heading up to the $20 price point. But if you want like a budget one, the Dual Power is also ultra rare, so you could go for that one as well. It's like around $5-6-ish. So you have it's at around $10. Never mind. We have 2 copies here for $5.50. So if you guys are watching this market watch, is the seller online? Yeah, the seller is online, so you guys could purchase these for $5.50. But other than that, they go up to $10. I was wrong about that. I would just go for the Shonen Jump one then. If you are gonna pick up a Link Karibo, I thought these were at $5, but just go for that one because it'll hold its value more. And it's only $1 more than this and this. Moving on, we have Evolzer Lars heading up in price. I talked about this card, I think 2-3 weeks ago, and I said it was a good pickup around $3-ish, but it looks like now it's starting to go up. And I think that's because we have Dino support coming out in Maze and Millennia in a couple weeks, so people are preparing for that. We have 44 listings on the market, and we have listings starting at $549 now, $550, $564, $567, $499, and $599, and heading up to $6 with shipping on the first page. But we do have a wall here with 94 copies available at $567, so it's going to take a little while to break that wall. But they are, I guess, reaching the $6 price point now, so keep your eye out on Evolzer Lars. I think you only use one of these in a strategy. At least I'm only using one of these in a strategy, so $6 for a one of in the extra deck isn't too bad. Go Pride Leon, a secret rare from Photon Hypernova. I know this was above its market price, so that's why I'm mentioning it right here. It has a market price of $7.97, but we have our first listing of this card at $9. So it looks like it did start to go up. 50 listings on the market. We have it at $9.25, $8.26, $8, $8.61, $8.78. $9.97, and that's basically $9.99 with shipping, so almost heading up to the $10 price point. I haven't seen Gold Pride do too much since like it was mixed with Punks a couple months back, and I honestly don't see it doing too much this upcoming format, but I could be wrong about that since it is a free-to-play format. People are expecting that Fire Kings are going to be the best one, but there's still other decks that could be running around. Keep your eye out on Gold Pride because it might be one of those decks that could be running around, but I don't think it's going to do too much in the format, but I could be wrong. Let me know down and below what your opinions are on Gold Pride. Clara and Rushka, so we did talk about this card I think a month or two ago because it was a little tech that was being used in the main phase 2 to go into what is it, SP Little Knight. That way you don't have to use up too many materials to go into it. You could just use the one monster you have, and the one normal monster summon monster you have, and another monster, instead of using having to go into like a Exceed, a Link, or an extra deck monster, and using another monster. So that's basically like three monsters you have to use for SP Little Knight if you want to get that banish effect. But with this one, you're able to get the banish effect on summon of SP Little Knight by only using two monsters. So this card looks like it's still holding up in like up in price. 27 listings. We have 8.99, $9, 9.89, 9.90, 9.95, 8.99, 8.99, and 9.99. So yeah, it's still holding up to the like the $10 price point. This was a card that a couple months back was like around $1. So if you did hold on to your Claire and Rushkas when they were around $1, you're winning right now because they're around $9 now. Go check that bulk because you might have some in there. We have Ultimate Conductor Tyrano. So I'm a little bit biased on this one because I don't usually, like I said, I don't usually uh, tell you guys to buy higher rarity cards, but this one is one of those cards I feel like could hit like $70 to $80 in a couple weeks because we do have the Dino support coming out in Maze of Millennia, so more Dino players might be looking to pick this card up. 9 listings on the market currently, so it's kind of getting a buyout, and we have listings starting at $54.99, $57.58, $59.75. $60, $61.80, $63.95, and heading up to what's this? $67.99. So almost hitting the $70 price point. But I feel like this card is gonna get bought out even more and probably reach like the $80 to $90 price point with that new Dino support coming out. I bought one just because I'm a huge Dino player fan and stuff. So I actually bought two. I actually have two of these because I do play two in my Dino deck. But let me know down below how you guys feel about Ultimate Conductor Tyrano. Do you think it's one of those cards that we should pick up for the collector rare version, or we should stay away from? And along with Ultimate Conductor Tyrano is Archosaur, so I feel like this is another one of those collector rare Dino cards that could go up in price. It's pretty cheap. I remember I was selling secret rares of this card before the reprint in Wild Survivors for like 20-ish dollars. 21 listings right now for the collector rare, and right now we have the collector rare sitting at $20, $22.89, $23.05, $22.51, $23.65, $24, and $23.11 on the first page. I feel like it's a good purchase, even though, like I said, I usually don't recommend buying higher rarity stuff. But at $20 for a card that was a secret rare and was at $20, I think it's a good buy. And I feel like in a couple of weeks when the Dino support does come out, this card could go up to maybe like $40, $50 even. I play two of these. I don't know how many you guys play, but it is one of those cards that's either a two of or a one of. So $40 to $50 is a price point I'm anticipating this card is going to reach. I already got mine though, so if you guys haven't got yours yet and are a Dino player and do want to play like high rarity Dino, I would pick up now before they go up even higher. Abyss Dweller. So I actually want to take a look at a couple copies of Abyss Dweller because I went against it. I'm playing Fire King Dogmatica right now with Tri Brigade, and Abyss Dweller basically shut me off. And I think it's a good tech for the format. If you guys are playing a deck that could go into Abyss Dweller and you're going against like a Fire King strategy, I think it's a good deck it's a good tech to use against them. We have the Ultimate Rare currently at 45 listings. We have it at $51.99, $52.99. $53.85, $53.95, and $53.97. So basically under $55. But we do have other copies of Abyss Dweller, which is what I wanted to take a look at to see how they're doing. Maybe more people might be picking these up since it is a good tech against Fire Kings. We have commons for under $1. We have super rares under $1. We have more super rares for like $1.42. These are from Abyss Rising. We have them at $2.35, $2.44, $1.50. So they're like $1.50. And then we have the gold rares and ultra rares. So it looks like Abyss Dwellers are pretty budget friendly right now. If you guys don't have a copy of this and you do have a deck that could go into this pretty easily, I would recommend picking one up. to go against Fire King because it does shut him off. I couldn't do anything yesterday when I was playing against what was I playing against? I think it was Phantom Knights, and they brought out a fire. They brought out an Abyss Dweller on me, and I couldn't trigger my effects. So next card we're gonna be talking about is Gene Raider Boss. Gene Raider Boss of Mardale, Gene Raider Boss of Light. So we have had some Gene Raider hype going on over the past couple months. We talked about the field spell. We talked about Lopdar. But Mardale is one of those cards that I know is hyped up at one point because plants were using it along with Gene Raiders, but it was more hyped up because of plants. It looks like right now it is above its market price. We have 20 listings for the Secret Rare, and we have the Secret Rare currently at $12.15, $12.93, $13, $13.50, $14, and $14. So they are going up in price because these were sitting around like $4 to $5 a couple weeks back. So if you guys have some of these, I would probably get rid of them because you could also just pick up the Ultra Rare, which has 230 listings, and they look like they're pennies, like under $1. You could buy playsets of this for $1 instead of paying for the Secret Rare. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys decide what to do on that. But I would just, if I had some of these, I would sell them off. And last card on today's Market Watch is Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon. So the reason I'm bringing this card up is because I know we have the Armageddon reprint. What's the name? Armageddon. We have the Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon reprint coming out in Battles of Legend in February. So this card is actually one of those cards that lets you add that card to the hand. Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon says, let's see, must be pedal summoned or special summoned by tributing 3 dragon monsters. So it says you can discard this card and pay 500 life points, add 1 level 8 or lower dragon pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. And then it says gains attack defense equal to half of your opponent's life points. Once per turn, you can pay half your life points, shuffle other cards on the field and graveyards into the deck. So that's not the effect we want to pay attention to, but the effect that does matter to us, it says you can discard this card and pay 500 life points, add a 1 level 8 or lower dragon pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. So it basically lets us add the Chaos Emperor Armageddon Dragon. The Ultra Rare right now, it looks like it did start to go up last month, but it is starting to come down, but it did go up because it was sitting under $1. Right now we have it at 125, 147, 148, 149, 173, and 174. So slowly reaching the $2 price point for a Ultra Rare from 2021 10s that you would probably consider bulk. And the Secret Rare was up in price, 58 listings. Looks like it did start to go up too. It was sitting around like $7-ish. Right now we have it at 684, 685, 7, 835, 788, 778. So almost reaching the $8 price point. So just be on the lookout for Odd Eyes Revolution Dragons, because since we do have that Chaos Emperor, damn, I keep forgetting the name. Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon coming out as a reprint in Battles of Legend. Some people might want to tech maybe 3 copies of these or something to add that to the hand. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's Market Watch. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X at Return to the Chance. This is Ricky572, and we'll see you guys next time.